It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. And Bateman, and he'll go in motion right here. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And 3rd and 8 now.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Inside handoff, Henry. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. A gain of 4, not enough, and it looks like punt time on their opening drive as it's 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. And I think they are going to get this one back. Boy, that would have been something. Double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear. But they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, they got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And this is caught. It's Brown. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, 31 yards. And the Eagles are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Eagles offense staying out there. Of course, Hurts always a threat to run. They'll go for 2. They're going to run it with Barkley.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
From the 29, here's second down and 7. Running from the gun with Henry. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on third down.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
First down, here's Mitchell. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 2nd and 5. Once again, it's Mitchell. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. Derrick Henry all alone. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry. 52 yards. And the Ravens have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead.
We see this a lot on third and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Well, not content with a first quarter lead, I guess. They're going to go onside kick. And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. Yeah, you got to wait until that ball goes 10 yards. They did not. They hit it before, and that draws the flag every time.
And there's no doubt in my mind that converting an onside kick has never been tougher in the NFL with the new rules. So trying to get it to 10 yards, timing up perfectly, that's tough enough to begin with. But when you go ahead and grab it before it goes, you've got no shot then.
33 yards that time.
And this is how you answer a touchdown the other end. You come out throwing to start your own drive. And not just throwing, but pushing it down the field. And they come up with a big play as they try to answer back with a score of their own.
Barkley. Nip, and he's in. Front Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Eagles have retaken the lead. The call from Nick Sirianni. Let's go for 2 here, he says. They're going to run it with Barkley. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Henry up the middle to about the 35, second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to...
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens are an extra point away from capturing the lead. Jackson and the Ravens still on the field. They'll go for two. They'll try and run it in with Henry. And, he takes a shot at the end of that play. Well, split the difference, and they're right where they would have been with two PATs. They got the two-point conversion the first time. They failed there.
Interesting, isn't it? Because the first time you go after your first score, that feels like a gamble. The second time when they tried it again, that felt like, what the heck, right? Because, as you said, even if you miss it, you split the difference, and you're right on schedule at 14 points.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Throw left side complete. That's Brown. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. They go play action with Hurts. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Here's Hurts to throw. Smith catches left side. And the Eagles are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Throwing is Hurts. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jahan Dotson from 4 yards out. And the Eagles have moved out in front. Now that Eagle offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. They're going to run it with Barkley. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. 148 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. On third down, Henry. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
And some room to maneuver. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. We often poke a little fun at running backs past the age of 30. Oh, they're getting old, they can't run anymore. Well, he's showing past the age of 30, you can still have some nice runs like that.
You certainly can, and I think that we're starting to expand our definition of old running back. Because it used to be as soon as they hit 30, we want to get rid of these guys and go to the younger guys. But now that the guys are taking such great care of themselves, as you pointed out, you can still get explosive runs at any age.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. They keep it with Henry on first down. He'll get this down to the 21, just on the edge of the red zone.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Jackson's throw complete there to Bateman. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Derrick Henry in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead into the locker room. So he had the nice run to get him down there, was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
And the Eagles dodge a bullet. They cover it up. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach. And go.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's, look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
How about that for an exciting end to the half? I mean, instead of surrendering a late field goal at the gun, they run back the block kick to extend their lead.
What's that old expression? Fortune favors the bold.
And oh, it's blocked. This is going the other way.
Don't worry about it, baby. I ain't worried about it. Let's go.
And all the way into the end zone, and that's 2 points. Well, you figure with a veteran kicker out there, these extra points almost automatic, but this one turns into 2 points the other way.
And we both know it's hard to put it on him. I think there's a breakdown in the protection, but guess what? It does go against his record.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half,
How about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Hurts throw there taken in by Smith. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. From the 43, here's second and a couple. Hurts. Buying time to his left. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Hurts sets up to throw it. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. On first down, Hurts. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Gainwell trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. Again, it'll be Gainwell. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Kenneth Gainwell punching it in from a yard away. And the Eagles are an extra point away now from moving out in front. And he is into the end zone to give them a 2-point lead. Could have been up 1 with a point after, but they go for 2. It worked.
It almost seems like they're trying to set an identity, doesn't it? We're going to be one of those teams that every time we get a chance to put extra points on the board, we will. Because really it's minimal in difference, right? Whether you're up 1 or 2, a field goal can still get you. Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
On second down, here's Mitchell. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Reed Blankenship delivering the hit. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Jackson to Andrews on that one. First down, Baltimore. A first down carry for Henry. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Man, 220 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Now at first down, Henry with a little bit of running room. Nice gain. He'll get about 6 yards there.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Henry. Runs through the contact. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. And Bateman, he'll go in motion right here. Now a handoff to Henry. Now a timeout coming in here defensively as they stop it before the 2-minute warning with 2:09 to go in the game. Here now, 3rd down.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Check.
Again to Henry. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And they take a knee. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. Second down, goal to go. Jackson will keep it. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line.
Yeah, partner, they went a little conservative, didn't they? And they ended up marking it short. And now I wonder, will they even do it again on 3rd down?
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Jackson's going to try the sneak. Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. Defense didn't budge on third down. Now what are we going to see on fourth?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
It's an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
Here it is, 4th and inches. They'll run for it with Henry. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is 1st and 10. Back to throw. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Final minute, no timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10. Hurts throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. And he will get out of bounds here to stop the clock, but not a huge pickup there. 6, maybe 7. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. This is caught inside the 15. And he is in as they have tied it late here in the final minute of the 4th quarter. The dramatic score to tie it, and now they just need the PAT to get the lead late 4th quarter.
So much for the touchdown maker. It's all about the extra point attempter. And I can't wait to see how this one turns out.
And it is caught. They got the 2 points, and with it, they've taken the lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Now Jackson. That is caught. Bateman. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
Throwing. Jackson. Escaping the pressure right.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on a flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
Second down, 8 yards to go. Here's Jackson. complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
You have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and they have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because, remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened.
This one started, and off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum.
And Walker has it. Was a gain of 4, and now it's 3rd and 3. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. Now they'll bring one of their tight ends in motion right. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. It's complete, and he will get it. And this is not the way to start a drive.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Flushed out right. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Second down. Here's Hurts.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long.
They're going to look to throw. They'll get this out to Barkley, complete. They'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down.
And Hurts not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it.
They'll try and throw for it here.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
2nd down. Here's Jalen Hurts. He delivers another.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Goedert. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. On play action, they'll throw.
Oh, it's in.
Running from the gun with Henry. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down.
Across midfield. He's up.
It's 16-0.
I think we're sensing a trend here. 2 first-half touchdowns. After going for 2 after the first score, CD, I thought maybe they would kick the PAT here. No, they get 2 more.
No, they decided to really press the advantage because, remember, getting the 2 after the first score, you've already got the other team back on their heels if they're going to mount a comeback. But to go up 2 scores and 2 two-point conversions, you've really got them thinking on the other sideline.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Throwing again on second down. Hurts. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. 16-0. That's the score after one on EA Sports. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And he will not get all the way home. Here's a quick throw right side. And in for the Ravens touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Oh, CD, that's his second touchdown already. And how about this offense? 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
An absolute total team effort right now. And let's face it, I don't think he's done. We're still in the first half. There's a lot of time left to go. I don't know what they're going to do on the other side trying to slow him down. But right now, he's feeling it.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. They go play action here on first down. This will be caught once again by Brown. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, 35 yards. And the Eagles get a bit closer. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. They need 2. Here's 3rd down. That is caught. He's got the first down and more. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Inside the 10. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Zay Flowers, 67 yards. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the two-point conversion. In motion left, Hill. They'll try and run it in with Henry. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
I have to admit, I love the excitement of the two-point try. You know, to see what's going to happen, and it happens pretty quickly, doesn't it? You get an answer, and in this case, it was unsuccessful for the guys trying it.
Completely unrelated. I just realized that I stole both of your pins in this last. Okay. My bad, partner.
Hey, that's okay. Well, and just in the time they went for two.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but, Charles, they look up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
7 yards there and a first down. Now back to throw. That one downfield for Dotson. And Hurts is intercepted, his third of the game. And the Ravens are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Out route, and this is Henry with a catch. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down. 36. In motion left, Flowers. 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Jackson to throw. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Zay Flowers with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats, but what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down.
Good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. And they don't get it. They tried for the two-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Escaping the pressure right. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
3rd and 4. Here's Hurts to throw.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown.
Jahan Dotson.
An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Eagles get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson.
That pass complete to Deontay Hardy.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
Any questions of how they'd approach this drive were answered right there. They come out throwing, and they get a nice pickup here toward the end of the first half.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Forced out to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Second and 10.
Now Jackson. being chased out left. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. 3rd and 2. Now it's Jackson. This will go to Henry out wide. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
Short yardage situation, you have to wonder if they thought that they were just going to run it inside, but you have to be cognizant of the back slipping out of the backfield trying to find some open space, and that's exactly what he does to the tune of a first down.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Dancing to his left. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Now a 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. A wild throw there, and it is intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And a healthy gain of 8 here. They double their workspace out to the 16. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Oh, he finds his running back who snuck right down the middle of the field. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. Hurts. Dances by him, and he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. He got 29 yards that time. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Throwing is Hurts. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Eagles are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. The call from Nick Sirianni. Let's go for 2 here, he says. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
They'll run it again with Henry. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Inside handoff, Henry. Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield, picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You take in charge.
The offense on 3rd down, no problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This is 3rd and 9. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. On 3rd down, here's Mitchell. And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. In motion left, Hill. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth.
Andrews, the tight end, in motion.
They'll run. It's Henry. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They keep it with Henry on first down. And a solid run down inside the 30.
121 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
Throw caught by Flowers.
Touchdown!
Zay Flowers,
29 yards.
and the Ravens have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there.
Darius Slay with a pick. Well, that was almost a 4-point swing. The interception, if he had returned it all the way, would have been 2 for them, but just a little bit shy.
And when it's a play like that, you're exactly right with the math, but don't you feel like it would have counted for more if they found their way all the way back to the end zone and gotten the 2? That changes the whole momentum, doesn't it?
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
They go play action with Hurts.
Eluding the pressure right. Looking here for Smith downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked up by Jalen Armour-Davis. And the Ravens are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. But if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play.
That one out wide and intercepted.
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick, and they'll start out with with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Tre'Davious White with a pick. Down the sideline he goes. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Justin Tucker for the extra point. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number one, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number two, if you are going to go for two, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Hurts sets up to throw it. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A.J. Brown, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles are able to cut into that deficit. They're going to run it with Barkley and make him 4 for 4 now on 2-point conversions as he'll take this one in for the score. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only one timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. That's caught. It's Flowers. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Henry. And even though he gets out of bounds to stop the clock, it's not going to matter. That first down going to be enough to write a finish to this one. Throwing is Jackson. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
To throw again is Jackson. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They'll set up to throw. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 39 yards. And the Ravens have made it a 3-score game now here in the 4th. But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time.
So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Third and 19. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. And as this defense walks...